Hey guys, this is Nefarious411 with episode 32 of my Monster Feed the Beast server play series. As you can see, I have started exactly where I left off before, with trying to find wither skeletons, and so far I have not found any to actually drop their heads. Unfortunately, I've killed 2 already. Um, they're few and far between. I've found this nether fortress not too far away from where my link book is, right there. This one is a little bit bigger, I think, than the other ones that we were looking at, so I'm hoping that I have a little bit more luck with finding the wither skeletons, because we need their heads. And that will allow us to spawn a wither and grab its nether star. So I am going to continue going around this base and seeing if I can find any more skeletons. I probably just have to sit around, wait for them to spawn, and we'll see where we go from there. Still no luck. I did find a regular skeleton, and he gave me his skull, but I still have not found any wither skeletons. Ugh, this is a big pain. Alright, so 3 down and 1 to go, and I know that I can spawn the wither with the 3 wither skeleton skulls that we have now, but I think I want to really craft the wither skeleton seeds for the magical crops. Otherwise, we'll have to end up doing this again in the future. I would hope that we can actually get enough of the soul essence for wither skeletons that we can actually construct additional heads. Ooh, there's a little bit of lag right there. But let me see if I can find that one last skeleton, and hopefully we can have some better luck than we have recently. Alright, well, it did take quite a long time, but I finally got the 4 wither skeleton skulls. So I actually want to immediately create these wither skeleton seeds, and that is going to be, oops, 4 in the center, not the center but the edges. What is that, the extreme essence, we need 4 of those. So let me go ahead and start crafting that up. And seeds in the center, just normal wheat seeds. Hopefully this doesn't take too long, because I have been back and forth throughout the nether, and this has been taking quite a long time. And I'm hoping that this will actually be a little bit more fruitful in the creation. So come on. Just 2 more. There we go. Yay! Wither skeleton seeds. So I think I know what's wrong with the planter out here. I think I ran out of slots, and that's why some of my seeds keep coming back into the AE system, because they have no route. So let me come over here real quick and see if I can put a block down so I can stand on it. There we go. And this is where we want. Cool. It's hard to see up there, but the little block right there, you can see that we already ran out of the 5 slots. So that does unfortunately mean that we will lose these whenever I pop this little guy off. And it's as easy as that. I don't know what happened to it though. Oh, it's right there. Is it not going to come down? Yeah, let me just take this facade off. Yeah, it's stuck up there, I guess. Or not? Maybe it went up to the surface. I'll have to check here in a little bit. There we go. Now that we have the Ender one, empowered item conduit, we will have additional slots. So here we have insert, and I am going to put wither skeleton seed, at least for one of them. One of these, coal, ghast, diamond, ardite, and cobalt. And we should be able just to, I already got that one. Let me actually just, well, that's fine. Coal, ghast, cobalt, ardite, diamond. Cool. So now we should be able to just let this continue running, and it should be able to handle this just right. So I want to plant these probably where the ghast one is. Yeah, I think the ghast one I don't really need anymore because we have plenty of the ghast essence, so we have the other tiers. But unfortunately, because this is consume stack off, well, that should actually mean that it'll plant everything that's in here. Let me go upstairs now that that is taken care of. Where's my facade? I think I lost my facades. Huh? What happened to you? Probably went up to the surface. Let me just double check. And that was right here. Yeah, there's one of them, and there's the other. Cool. So we didn't lose anything. That's good. And double check this, and it doesn't seem to be, oh wait, consume stack on, and this will make sure that it uses all the seeds. Since we only have the one wither skeleton seed, if we don't consume the stack, it'll just sit in here, unfortunately. So we still have the issue where some of these essence crops could fill up a couple of slots and we'll end up with these seeds back in the network. But let me check. That one's diamond. And there's the wither skeleton. So let me sit here and see if I can get this to grow a little bit faster, because I want to see and make sure that we can get the wither skeleton essence off of it. There we go. And I am just going to, whoa, that was a weird sound. Alright, cool. So I went ahead and broke it manually just so that I can make sure, and it does appear that I got one of these wither skeleton essences. I don't know if this is going to be a 100% drop. I should probably just sit here with my watering can for a while and hit it a few times and make sure that I can get 100% on each one of these drops, because if we can gather up more and more of these skeleton wither skeleton heads, we should be able just to create more of the crops, more of the seeds, which will produce even more of the essence. There we go. Cool. It does look like it might be 100%, or I was just lucky. So let me go ahead and let this run for a while, babysit it for a while, and see if we can get enough. I think we need 8 to actually create one more wither skeleton head. So this will be a while until we can create another seed, unfortunately. But we have done at least the major legwork on I love that sound, on being able to get the wither skeleton heads. Alright, so I sat there for maybe 5 or so minutes and just poured the watering can on it, and that was enough to get the 8 Wither Skeleton Essence, and there we go. Our first Wither Skeleton head from Magical Crops. Sweet. So now I am just going to continue letting this run. I might go ahead and create another seed. That way we can get 2 of these going at a time before actually using 3 of the heads to spawn the Wither. So I was able to create another seed. It took quite a while to actually construct enough of the Wither skeleton heads to go ahead and create another seed. But I have 2 going out here. Whoa, that was not what I wanted to do. But I do have 2 going on out here. I'm just letting it run by itself and occasionally coming out here to water it because I am impatient. There we go. And let me just break it now. I still love that sound whenever you manually break it, so it's not all bad. So let me put this in the system, and you can see that I created more of these storage monitors for applied energistics, and I put those 2 in there, and now we have 14. So I could essentially just create a chair, sit in here, and just watch these. Wait for them to create. So if I do wither, so I already have the 1 wither skeleton in here that I was creating earlier because I shift clicked. But let me go ahead and shift click again, and now I have 2. So I could either make more seeds. I don't know if I need too many more of these because it's doing a pretty good job. It's already up to 6 after creating another wither skeleton head. So I could just wait, and maybe I will create some sort of arena to battle the wither skeleton, or the wither boss, while I'm waiting for the additional essence to come in. For my arena, I've been looking at different types of blast resistance. I'm not going to... Ooh, why did it... Oh, it's because I'm in the AE terminal. But if I do blast resistance, I wasn't going to do anything like MFFS or anything fancy like that for this first fight. But I was looking at any of the NEI blocks that have blast resistance on it. I don't know if these will actually work with the Wither, but I was just looking at the different numbers, and it looks like the most resistance is going to be with granite. And looks like granite, cobblestone, and any of the engraved or anything like that, it all has the same resistance. And it says 2.5 times stone, I guess. Not sure what that means. So I guess taking stone and 2.5 times stronger. And I saw this other kind that was horn-fed or something like that. There's onyx. Where is that? Slate. There it is. And these have 75 as well, which is 2.5. But I wasn't, or Hornfell, that's right. I wasn't able to find any in my AE system of the Hornfell, even though I like the darker rocks. These seem to look a little bit better, but not exactly going for the looks. So I did see that I have over 18,000 granite, so I could just try that, and it might be good. Let me just try it with some TNT inside of it and see what kind of actual blast resistance it has. So let me grab maybe a couple of levers, and let's go somewhere where we're not going to damage our base. Right over here, and just pop it down here. This might be a good place. Probably one of the better places. And all I'm going to do is line up a few rows of this granite and see how well it behaves whenever I put TNT next to it. Probably do need to clean out the area a little bit better. And it's probably dark in here for YouTube, and I don't have inventory space. Get rid of that. Cool. There. This might be a little bit easier for you guys to see. So the basic idea that I have here is set up several walls of this granite and see how many layers it goes through before it stops with the other blast. So let me put that there. Don't know if I need to actually build around it, but I'm not worried about wasting granite. And I don't think there's any difference between the granite cobblestone and the granite stone. They seem to be the same in regards to their blast resistance, because if I were to smelt the cobblestone into granite, it still has the 75 for the blast radius. It does say radius. Oh, resistance. I keep saying radius. I'm losing my mind tonight, as usual. There we go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That might be enough. Alright, so let me... I did not make the center, or odd number. And just for the heck of it, I might as well just box it in. Well, I don't know if that would skew my results or not, because it does take quite a while to actually break through this with the pickaxe. So let me actually compare that. So I don't have a control, and I think for any experiment you need some sort of control. And my control is just going to be normal cobblestone, and I'll put that on the other side. And this would be a lot faster with my hammer. Schist was another one, if I remember right, that had a higher blast resistance. I think it was around 40, though. Alright. Not going for anything fancy. Whoa. I do not like fluorite. That is kind of annoying. So let me just throw all of that in here. Otherwise it'll just be on the floor, and that's obnoxious. Come on. So much just from one ore, and it doesn't help that my hammer has luck on it. Okay, so schist is 40. So there we go. And am I seeing really that much server lag? I might have to re-log. Come on. Not even doing anything big right now. Alright, that's probably good enough. As I mine some more. Alright, cool. So let me put... I hear a skeleton. A couple of rows down, and I think this does not have the blast resistance information. I also could... I did bring additional TNT. I could test this with obsidian as well, and I might try that just to see if obsidian has a higher blast resistance than granite. There we go. That's probably good. And my lever. Oh, probably a good thing to check is my sound. Don't want to blast anybody's ears off. There we go. Run away. Wow. That is actually quite a bit of resistance. It did not break a single block. Um, wouldn't really be able to test against obsidian. And is there something in front of me? Because of the fact that it did not change anything with my granite. I guess I could just layer additional blocks down, or TNT down, because the larger the explosion, obviously we will see a little bit more damage. So let me actually do that. And I lost my floor. Let me just put some cobble down. There we go. And let's see if I can reach my AE system from here. And it looks like I can. Nice. So obsidian. Got plenty of that. So let me put a few of these stacks back for the time being. Grab some obsidian. Don't really need that much, but sure, why not? And I will just leave the obsidian here because I do not like mining out obsidian. Since the cobble, I probably only needed the 2 walls. Since the cobble only broke through 1 wall, it's probably safe to say that the obsidian's not going to break either. But let's just put 3 here. Let's really make some damage. And well, that only did the center, but it'll set off the other 2. Cool. 0 damage on either. So I really don't know which one would be better in this scenario. I might go with the granite cobblestone, only because of the fact that it says what the blast resistance is. And rather than doing it in the overworld and risking it getting out of my enclosure, I am going to go into the nether, find a place, probably high up towards where the bedrock is, and I will go ahead and create a kind of large room, just to make sure that the wither has plenty of space and we don't cheat by suffocating it, and I will be right back. And of course, as soon as I go into the nether, I look at, this is my link book. Watch out. And don't throw my sword. I'm right next to my link book. It's right in this room. And I noticed that there are several wither skeletons just waiting out here, so yeah. I don't know, maybe it was because I had recently started the server, and for some reason the nether mobs weren't spawning, because if I remember right from the last video, I didn't even see any zombie pigmen. I saw imps, but nothing more than that. So I am going to... Why is it... Am I already at the surface? No. I wonder what this is for. Can you craft... I don't think you can craft bedrock, can you? Bedrock. No, still can't craft it. So I'm not sure where this bedrock came from, because I'm only at Y123. Let me just make sure. I should go ahead and see if I can dig up any more, and I'll create the arena. After digging around, I did realize that this is the top of the nether. So all of the bedrock that you see is the bedrock at the top. And I went ahead and cleared out a large area. I'm hoping that this is large enough to actually battle in. I can probably handle myself pretty well. And I created only 1 layer of the granite I don't know if I needed more than that. In my TNT test, it seemed to have handled itself fairly well. And I'm hoping that since I have, let me take this wand focus off. I added Frugal 3 and Potency 2 to my shock wand focus, and I'm hoping that should be enough in order to battle him. Um, and I don't think there's really anything else left except for going ahead and placing the Soul Sand and the Wither Skeleton Skull. But unfortunately, you guys, I did hit that wrapping up point. I think I'm around 30 minutes into this recording, and unfortunately, I do have to go for today. But for the next episode, I think we're going to go ahead and start off with battling the Wither. I went ahead and recharged my wand and got everything ready. I dropped all of my stuff off at my base so that I wouldn't lose anything. But we will go ahead and start from there. And if you could rate the video below, it would be greatly appreciated. And also, if you like the series, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. But for now, this is goodbye.